Hi, I'm Charles Dan, and welcome to the awesome October Vidcast. Horror is a fun thing to watch and be part of all year round. It's just not a Halloween thing, but you know, October is a great month for horror, and everyone's pulling out their crazy horror stuff. And yes, the month ends with Halloween, which is fun for kids of all ages. So keeping that in mind, we have a whole lineup of crazy stuff I want to talk to you about. It begins with a series we're doing called Buckaroo Blood, and what it is basically, if we were a rock and roll band and we had made, let's say, Puppet Master music for 30 years, we would have the best of, or we'd have the greatest hits. So I thought it'd be really cool to literally pull out all the most insane, bloody, gory puppet death moments, in the case of Puppet Master, from 11 features, put those together in a clever way, and also come up with an idea that would give us a bookend for this chapter, or this series actually, that would be fun to watch, and something that we can then string together later and not just release as a graphic novel because it's a comic book format, but maybe eventually make that as a feature. So it sounds complicated, it really isn't. It's just like if you want to watch endless puppet death from Puppet Master, or all the puppet and doll movies we've made, or all the crazy head movies like Head of the Family and Drunken Heads and all that kind of stuff, we have a series called Buckaroo Blood that's going to be in 8 chapters. Each one is feature length. And by the way, I don't know if you hear this, but there's a gardener outside. Listen, listen. It's a good time, you know? It's just as we're doing this, there's a guy outside blowing shit everywhere. Anyway, hopefully that will calm down in a minute. Okay, we're back. The gardener dude is gone. It's quiet for the moment. Talking about Buckaroo Blood. So basically you can look for these features on our channel, of course, our various channels, our Amazon channel and our Full Moon streaming channel, and they'll be released on DVD probably every 2 or 3 weeks between now and the end of the year. Of course, never to miss a trick, because this will be the ultimate core of endless full moon death and gore. So all 8 of the DVDs, the spine, will make up a really awesome panel that will feature one of the, I think, cooler scenes from the wraparound comic book part of these features. So Buckaroo Gore is pretty neat if you're into that stuff and you want to just be kind of grossed out almost, or relive all those scenes. You know, Halloween is always a great time for us, also because we usually do an insane sale for Halloween, and this year, yes, we'll have our insane sale and stuff will be discounted, but we're doing something different. And we're actually going to introduce, at a crazy low price, a bunch of new things. So I'm not sure if this will start a day or 2 literally before Halloween, but we're conjuring up some really fun stuff that we've never done before. And I'm excited for you guys to see it and be part of it. All collectible, weird, cool things you can stick on your shelves or put in your kitchen or your bathroom if you want to buy a ghoulie statue. But anyway, that's coming up. Halloween's super duper awesome. We also will be publishing very soon, in the next few weeks, our next issue of Delirium, which will be by far our most awesome issue. I may say that every time because I love the Delirium magazine, and there's only a few of us left. You know, you got Horror Hound out there, they do a great job, and you know, Fangoria has just been relaunched, and I was at their wrap party last night, or it wasn't a wrap party, their launch party, I'm sorry. And it's a beautiful magazine, and like really big and thick and all that kind of stuff. I think Delirium has its own unique place, and I'm excited because we just did a shoot with David Cronenberg. He's on the cover. I'm a huge fan of his work, all the crazy movies he's made, very clever, creepy horror films. We also have a big section devoted to John Logan. John Logan's an amazing writer who wrote Gladiator and you know, some of the Bond movies. And Penny Dreadful, if you saw the Penny Dreadful series, he's a great guy, and we have a lot of interesting material on him and his take on things. I'm scratching the surface. I mean, this will be the mother lode Delirium magazine, and even though people again say that we're crazy publishing a print journal, a magazine in this day and age, I say, well, fuck it. You know, people will enjoy it. People like holding a magazine, and yeah, you can get it online if that's what you're doing and that's the way you want to read it. But I like getting that printed piece because, you know, a lot of us grew up with that. I grew up with Famous Monsters of Filmland and of course great comic books. Speaking of comic books, it's a segue. We are now about to release our 4th issue of Dollman Kills, the Full Moon Universe, which I think has been very clever and fun, and not just to produce. We're involved with so many wonderful artists and writers who've contributed to the series. It's a 6-issue series, so we're getting close to the end, but we're inspired, and we've got so many nice comics that we're going to come back and probably announce later this year another series. And the new series is going to be something very different. You know, it's always frustrating when you've been able to make a lot of movies, as I have over the years, but you know, you don't have endless amount of money, and the business has kind of been difficult recently. So there are so many projects that we've developed that we've not been able to shoot yet, just because of, you know, time and space and money and what we can afford and what we can't afford. But a lot of these projects have been developed. They're amazing scripts. So I'm thinking the next comic book series will showcase some of these ideas and some of these projects. Hopefully we'll make them one day, but you know, we can afford to make the comics. So that's kind of the basic idea for a new series of standalone stories under the Full Moon Comics label. So that's super exciting. And of course, even though this is November's news, I am so insanely excited about us finally finishing Primevils. For those of you who know Primevils, I don't need to say much more. A project that's been literally 30 plus years in the making. In the early 90s, we shot the movie. It was a big 12-week project, and it was a big stop-motion animation project. 250 shots were planned for. The amazing David Allen, who worked with me on going back to Laser Blast and did all the stop-motion shots in movies like Dolls and Puppet Master. This was the project that was the big opus from Dave and Full Moon, and we shot it. It was like a 12-week shoot. It was very expensive for us at the time, and then we embarked on Dave's animation studio, stop-motion animation studio, to do the 250 shots. And about 150 shots into that, several years later, poor Dave passed away, which was really tragic. And we put everything in a box, waiting for a day where we can bring it back out and, you know, afford to finish this film, which is what we're doing. We are going to ask for some help in early November, Indiegogo. We've saved over the years many of the original props. We're just excited about the process. Probably take a half a year to get the film done. So sometime this summer of 2019, this will be premiered. I'm sure we'll have a limited theatrical release. We'll have to figure out how to do it exactly. And as I'm speaking, hopefully there'll be a few images to give you a sense of what this thing looks like. So very excited about Primevils. I mean, this is all in the next month. Everything we're talking about is not like in the next year, it's like in the next month. So have a safe October. Keep looking at our channels. We love the fact that we're finding fans again who used to go to the local video store, and now they're subscribing to our Amazon channel or to Full Moon Streaming. We have a 3rd channel destination we may be able to announce soon that I'm excited about. But check it out. We have such a nice, crazy, weird range of exploitation. We have movies ranging from the horror movies to films that we just recently released like Prehysteria and Pet Shop, to a bunch of sexy movies that are a lot of fun to watch. I mean, if you go to our Amazon channel, you'll see it. It's the whole range of exploitation. So that's it. Thanks for just staying tuned all the time with all the Full Moon adventures, and look forward to seeing you guys at future conventions. I'm going to be traveling a bunch, so I'm sure I'll see some of you soon in the middle of the country and on the East Coast. And otherwise, have a great October and a really fun and safe Halloween. Ciao.